संवरणसुगदम् केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिम् द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशम् तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् येकं नित्यं विमलमचलम् सर्वदी साक्षिभूतम् भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Life is something to believe. Man is born not to crawl on the earth. He is born to fly, to live in an ultimate ecstasy, to live with the maximum, not minimum, with omega, not with alpha. To live in the maximum, you need knowledge. Knowledge is of three types. First, intellectual, one which you gain from an intellectual person, from man intellect, which is delivered in the language prose. When you want to learn mathematics, logic, some linguistic things, intellect is enough, your head is enough. Nothing more than that is necessary. That is sufficient to learn intellectual things. Next, when you want to enjoy some poetry, you need art, the knowledge about poetry. If you don't have art, you can know everything about poetry. Who wrote? What is the age of the author? In which situation it is written? Everything about poetry you will know, but you will miss the poetry. If you don't have art, if you look poetry in the head, if you read poetry in your head, you will miss poetry. Except poetry, you will have everything. You will have all the details about poetry, but you will miss the poetry. With the heart, art, poetry, music, all these things have to be approached. The third thing, which is not commonly available in our day-to-day life, is spiritual knowledge, spiritual wisdom. For this, neither head will work nor heart will work. Only the being can work. Being can help. You have to be here. Just head or heart will not help, will not be of much use. Neither heading nor hearting. Only your being can help you. So if you want to get the maximum out of this program, if you want to get maximum out of life, if you get maximum from this program, you will know the technique, knack to get maximum from life. You need to be with your whole being How? How good? The few things, if you understand, if you have, you will be able to get the maximum from this program. First thing, these 2 days, be relaxed. Don't bother anything about the external world. Forget the world is outside the ancient school compound. It is outside of the compound. Forget the whole world. I can give some examples. House, something will put you back. Try your best to forget the world which is outside this compound. Just be here for 2.5 days, that is 2 days. Not only physically, in a being level, just be here. And be here with the open mind. Don't go for any higher expectations. When you go for some higher expectations, some impossibilities, you miss the normal happens. The normal happens only can be the extraordinary reality to your life. Only ordinary things can teach extraordinary things. If you miss the ordinary things, when you walk in the park, if you miss a rose flower, don't think you are missing the rose flower, you are missing the whole life. The rose flower is smiling at you. If you don't have enough courtesy to smile back, you are missing your life. So try to be here completely with the open mind. Don't expect God will jump on your head in these 2 days. Nobody is going to jump on your head. Just relax, enjoy, feel as if you have come for a picnic. If you have come with a mood of picnic, you will have the best out of this program. It's a beautiful next statement. Keep your mind and shoes outside. Keep your mind where you leave your shoes. It's taken from the modern history. It's taken from me. All of you must have attended enough of meditation classes, courses. You must have read lot of books, heard lot of cases, must have heard. Must be having much material in this field. Chitram Gadaro Mule Vidya Sishya Guruviva Gurustu Mamam Vyagyam Vishya Prachina Samsaya. But great surprise under the banyan tree is happening. Disciple is at the age of grandson, and disciples are at the age of grandfather. The Guru, Master, is at the age of grandson. Vriddha, Shishya, Guru, Yuva. Disciples are at the age of grandfather or grandmother. Master is at the age of grandson. And Shankara himself, one more example for that. His own disciples, Mandalishra. All the disciples, Kodalacharya, all are great intellectuals with big beard. How many those disciples are also in. So you must be knowing, you must be having enough intellectual knowledge, you must have observed a lot. All your reading. And some of you may be writers also. When you come in, just keep everything keep your head, feel that you are keeping your head outside. And leave your shoes, feel, not, I don't say feel, just feel that you are keeping your head, your ideas outside. If you bring your ideas in, either you will be comparing what I say is right, or you will be telling what I say is wrong. Both the ways you will not be well. If you say what I say is wrong, you will be having no in your tongue. For everything you will be just saying no, 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 no. Then nothing will happen. To say no, you could have stayed in the house itself. In house continuously we say no only. No doubt. Continuously we say no. To say no, there is no need to come to master. And if you say yes, yes, I have listened. Yes, he also says that. In this it is told. You will be just comparing instead of completely digesting, drinking. You will be only working in intellectual level. I want you to completely drop your head and drop your inner chatting. Neither reject nor accept. Just be open. That's enough. Because if you are accepting my idea, even if you accept my idea, then what will you do next? Immediately you start drawing the plans, how to go and work out whatever he says. You will start drawing plans. What he says, it sounds so good. Let me ourselves plan how to go and work out. How to go and make it practical. I say again and again, emphatically, don't try to make any plan how to work out my ideas. Just listen with heart. That's enough. Just listen with your being. If it is my authentic experience, that will take care of itself. That will make you act. You don't have to act, or you don't have to try to act according to my teachings or according to my ideas. You just digest it. That's enough. That will work. That will take care by itself. Leave it from authentic experience. If it comes from my heart, it will directly touch your heart. You don't have to worry. You are not here to listen Ramayana or Bharata. I am not going to do any Kadakara. If you are listening from Kadakara, you can plan. Yes, I have listened to Mahabharata. Let me go and try to work out how to solve my land problem with my brother. You can try to work out because those things consist of moral teachings, some do's and don'ts. But here I am not going to give any do's and don'ts. I am going to give some understandings. More than understanding, some energy. When I say energy, don't understand in any mystical terms. Don't bother at all about mystical terms. As the blood clots in our veins, doubts are energy clots in our being. When those doubts are cleared, you will see a new energy subsurging in your being. That is what will happen in these 2 days. So don't worry about planning. Don't create any plan how to go and work out all these ideas. And whatever meditations you are going to practice these 2 days, you are requested not to continue in the house. I am not going to give you any practice, any system to continue in your house. These 2 days you are completely here to rejoice. These techniques are designed in such a way that this technique, once done in the presence, master's presence, itself will give the result. So you don't have to have any plan about the date of 21st. You are going to die in 20. Day after tomorrow, you are going to die. Don't worry about 21st, just for 2 days. Just for 2 days. Don't you forget? Remember the next day? Very. Just for 2 days, don't think about tomorrow. I'm not asking you me. And already you have dedicated, you have given the 2 days to me. All that is yes, son, give to my husband. He needs all these things. Every one of us, when we listen to some spiritual discourse, we think about others. We don't think about ourselves. If we don't get anybody, then immediately, when we listen to some spiritual discourse, we pass it down to others. What Swami says is not true in my life. My life is not so bad. It may be for next man, not for me. Don't avoid anything. I am talking to you directly. I am not talking to your next person. Be very clear. I am going to talk just to you. Forget that somebody else is sitting in this hall except me and you. Remember, contact is only between me and you. Don't think that somebody else is sitting. Be very clear. You are attending. You are listening everything just for your sake. And when some idea comes, which you think your wife needs, don't look at her face and say, confirm it. Yes, are you listening? So, don't go for confirmations. Just you listen. Try to digest for yourself. Learn to love once. And Sardaji was chatting with his friends. One man told a joke. One of his friends told a joke. But somehow the way of putting was not right. He was not able to present it nicely. So the juice of the joke was missing. Nobody was able to catch that joke. Everybody was silent. But the Sardarji started laughing like him. He was filled with laughter. He was having a good, very laughter. Other people were sitting with him asked, what happened? Why are you laughing? None of us have understood his joke. None of us are able to catch the juice of the joke. Why are you laughing? Sardarji told quietly, you are here to laugh and enjoy. Rejoice completely, and the seating arrangements will be made in such a way husband and wife will not sit near. Relatives and significance of this story. If a person is coming to a master, he can be helped. Host cannot be helped. King is just a host. It is not a person. You can't do anything to king. If he is the king, we should stay in the palace. We should not come to master. If you come to the master, just remove all your degrees, posts, whatever adjectives you have. If you come as you are, you can be helped, but your post cannot help. Not only coming to me, coming to you. Now you are not just coming to me, you are going to go to you. Me and yourself is not different. Now let us introduce ourselves to ourselves. The king can say to others that I am king. For himself, what he can introduce? Shall we try for 3 minutes? If you know you don't know, at least you know you don't know. If you don't know that you don't know, you won't even know that you don't know. This is what is the honest truth. The gist of the first class. Go with this deep first. Make this first shake your whole being. Don't take it intellectually. Be very clear. You don't know even who you are. Just 5 minutes before, we were all proud to introduce ourselves to others. You just look in. You don't know even who you are. We know about everything about everybody. The new car, model car which has come to the market, we know. The man who purchased the first car, we know. Which actress purchased which brand dog to her house, we know. So much of other details we know about our neighbors, about our opposite person, or about our colleagues. But we don't know anything about ourselves. It's a basic question. I'm living. I don't know the basic thing. If you feel really, sincerely with this question, you will feel that yes in your legs, and yes is under your legs, as if the earth has been taken out, as if you are standing in the sky. Feel it honestly, really, and know you don't know. When you know you don't know, you will start knowing. So this is the maxim to contemplate. You contemplate on this maxim tonight. If you don't know yourself, just be very clear. Know that you don't know. If you know that you don't know, you know at least that you don't know. If you don't know that you don't know, you don't even know you don't know. Again, I have given you the maxim. You have this maxim with you and contemplate. We have 3 bodies in our being. We all think, we all live, we all move with only one body. That is physical body. Jagrat Sarira, which we use in the regular state. We have one more body, which we use in Swapna, in dream state. You may be sleeping in Bangalore, but in dream you will be in Madurai. You may be going to Bombay. Actually, your physical body is in Bombay, is in Bangalore, but you feel that you have gone to Bombay. What is happening? At that time also you assume your body. You are using some body. Without body you won't be able to do any activity. The body which you use in your dreams is subtle body, Sukshma Sarira. We call it Swapna Sarira. And the third body which can't be used but which exists. In deep sleep, you have in complete Sushupti, Nidra, you are one body. These 3 bodies meet and merge in seven places in our body, in our being. They meet and merge in seven places. These seven places are called energy centers or chakras. Here is a beautiful diagram, picture given about the chakras. So, very nicely. Each and every chakra is locked or unlocked because of some emotions, conditions. The ideas which we digest from society either makes it open or closed, makes it alive or dead, makes it energetic or low energy. Each and every chakras have got their own science, their own technique to open it. First, today we will be with Anahata Chakra. Because of our sentiments and emotions. Emotions, sentiments, and sentiments which is named as love. These energies lock this chakra. And doubt is also playing a major role on this chakra. Now we are going to enter into the clear explanations and explorations of this chakra. Only intelligence will show its flaws. Intelligence will always accept its flaws. If you see the Purna Chandra on Purnima day, it will show whatever problems inside. You will see black patches. If you see on Amavasya day, do you see black patches? The intelligence, the light of Purna Chandra shows the black patches. Just like if you are intelligent enough, you will see your flaws. But ignorance is such a clever, cunning person. It will never show his flaws. All our idea about transformation. It is very good to cherish, but not to do. First, drop this idea. Be little more sincere. This Anahata Chakra, this laughter, basically all our energy has gone to head. Continuously we are centered in head. Nothing except head works in our being. Close the eyes and remember your name. You will not remember any other portion except head. Your whole energy is just being sucked for anything and everything. You are nothing but head, acting just in the head. Calculating everything, making everything into an interaction. In society, doubt is needed. Doubt is a basic thing. Without doubt, you cannot live. Belief or faith have no skill. doubt has become so much. The being has so much filled with doubt for everything, each and every moment. You are feeling with doubts. Of course, in society it is needed. You have to be doubtful. Otherwise, you will be taken for granted, taken for a ride. But here, when you turn in, the scale doubt will not help. It's not going to help. So you need to use a new dimension, a new being, a new language of art. Here, doubt is not going to help you. These 2 days completely have a deep faith and belief. Many times, faith and belief is contained. Because many people are exploiting in the faith in the name of belief. Because of those exploitations, faith and belief is terribly contained. We became too much alert, aware, doubtful. But now we are going to do some alchemy. We are going to really do some transformation. We are going to go some serious affair. So make this as a basic point. Drop your head. If you are completely centered in your head, your anagata cannot open. I am not giving you the idea of faith and belief as a morality. I am not saying that it is a believe in me, I will save you in the heaven. No. I am giving this idea of faith or belief as a technique. It is a basic need for us now. If you want to taste anything higher, it is a basic need. I am not saying believe in me all your life, believe in me just for 2 days. 2 days, I think it's not too much. You can give a chance, try. When I say believe, just drop how. We are continuously asking how. How, why? Yesterday we must have had people's experience. They must have told somebody is coming out of their cancer, somebody is coming out of their psychological problem, somebody is coming out of their diseases. Here itself, there are few people who had a first-hand experience. Can you see the number? Can you raise the hands? People who had first-hand experience with our energy, either by healing or feeling. So many. When you listen all these things, ask, say the people who had experience is off, the people who had not had any experience is other. The people who did not have any other experience will be asking continuously how. But this is such an intrinsic thing, you can't explain with the word how. In footnote, I will come and meet you on Friday if there is no rain. So we are ready to give the heart. What it means, we have no respect for art. All our idea about art is nothing more than word. And we are seeing so much in movies about the heart, sentiments about the heart. We don't know anything about anything basic about heart because we have never had any experience about heart. It's a totally different plane. The plane of heart is totally different plane. You can't even imagine the plane of art. man who has never seen elephant, can you imagine the elephant? No. People who have never seen dinosaur, they have never seen the dinosaur. Whatever we imagine, it's only imagination. Once one doctor was dealing with a patient who is blind from his birth. Doctor was telling the patient, now after this operation, you will get your vision back. You will be able to walk without stick. Don't worry. The patient has become a little worried. He is asking, yes, when you say that I will get my vision, I understand. But I don't understand. How will I be able to walk without stick? Please explain that. All our ideas, nothing but this. We understand that we will get the eyes, but we don't understand how we will be able to walk without stick. When you get the eyes only, you will be able to understand. You don't need stick. Intellectually, you cannot explain what will happen. Only experientially, you can understand. All our idea about heart, thinking about feeling is only thinking. It is not feeling. Even the anger, hungry and anger both. Everything is only our thinking. We have forgot feeling. The idea of feeling is completely disappeared. This chakra is locked due to doubt and sentiments. Attention means, sentiment means, attention means small story. From the life of ancient master, one man who wrote commentary on Brahma Sutra. His name is Vachaspati Mishra. He was staying with his master. His master, old Rishi, wanted to write a commentary on Brahma Sutra. Brahma Sutra is the unabridged dictionary of the all world philosophies. It's the ultimate book. He wants to write a commentary on that book. He was not able to. He has become too old. He has told his disciple, Vachaspati Mishra, you please write commentary on that book. And giving this command, giving this idea as his last desire, he passed away. Before his passing away, he gave his daughter also in marriage to the disciple. Both got married and they decided that first he will finish the commentary, then they will start living with each other. They will start the regular marital life. He started writing the commentary. Commentary went on. It was such a beautiful commentary on 555 sutras, the best commentary on Brahma Sutra. Ultimate book on Brahma Sutra. Nobody else has created such a masterpiece. Even Shankara looks so poor in front of Vachaspati Mishra. In front of his commentary, even Shankara looks very poor. The height of intellectual. Even Shankara looks poor. So he wrote completely. When he finished his commentary, I don't know, factually, there may be many questions arising, but the story has got a beautiful idea behind it. So let us. You don't have to bother the master is real or not, the technique is true or not. Don't worry. Just faith, your intensity can transform. If you are really intense, even the stone will become God. In Ramakrishna's life, he was just worshipping a stone. He was just dancing, enjoying in front of a stone, continuously doing puja to the stone. But stone has become a live God. Stone, just through stone, is transformed. Vivekananda says, if you can create a person like Ramakrishna, not one idol, have 200 idols. The faith, the belief that has simply transformed him. Faith and belief itself is God. You don't need anything else. So the first thing, the basic thing, if you have the deepest possible faith, don't have the faith that I don't have faith, I don't have belief. That is another way of cheating yourself. That's also one way of cheating yourself. No, I don't have faith, I don't have belief. No. Just change that word with the word I have faith. You are also maybe the fortunate one. Just faith can transform you. Don't worry about on which you are giving your faith. The faith itself can bring you up, can transform you. 40% of your being is filled with faith. We never touch that aspect. We want total transformation, but we never go for that aspect of faith. We don't bother about that aspect at all. We always want to have everything in the language of intellect, in the language of head. We never give a life awakening to the heart. So now, when you drop your head and give an emphasis on the faith and trust, you will be newly transformed. You will be able to enter into the ecstasy. You don't need any other technique. This is the ultimate technique. Having faith, love, surrender. These 2 days will be more loving, flowing. Just share your being with everybody. You will see that your anahata is getting open in a new way. Now, opening the heart, opening the anahata chakra, centering yourself into the being of heart.